Whispers of Lavender. In a quiet village nestled among the lavender fields of Provence, France, lived a young woman named Elise. She was the daughter of a florist, known for her warm smile and the gentle songs she hummed while arranging flowers in her family's quaint shop. Elise had never left the village, but her heart always longed for something beyond the rolling hills and fragrant fields. One summer, a travel photographer named Daniel arrived in the village. He was searching for inspiration, tired of the city's noise and heartbreak that had followed him for years. With his camera always hanging by his side, he wandered through the fields, capturing the colors of summer. Their first meeting was as simple as a breeze. Daniel stumbled into the flower shop one morning, hoping to find a bouquet for the elderly woman who hosted him. Elise, standing behind the counter in a lavender apron, smiled and asked, "What kind of story do you want your flowers to tell?" That question stayed with him. He began visiting the shop every day, pretending to need more flowers, but secretly wanting to see her eyes sparkle when she talked about blooms and meanings. Elise, curious about the stranger with the camera and the gentle voice, found herself waiting for his visits. They talked about books, dreams, the places they wanted to see, and the reasons they hadn't. Elise told him how she dreamed of visiting Paris but stayed behind for her father. Daniel told her of a lost love in New York and how photography was his way of healing. Summer passed, and with each golden sunset, they grew closer. Daniel took photos of Elise in the lavender fields, laughing, thoughtful, wind in her hair, and sent them to a gallery in Paris. They were accepted. When he told Elise, he expected her to be happy. Instead, she turned quiet. "I've always wanted to go to Paris," she whispered, "but I never imagined going with someone who might leave." Daniel reached for her hand. "What if I want to stay?" "But you belong to the world," she said. "I belong here." The night before he was supposed to leave for Paris, Daniel stood outside the flower shop under a sky full of stars. Elise joined him, holding a small bundle of dried lavender. "It's for you," she said. "So you don't forget the scent of home." He took it, but what he really wanted was to take her. "I don't want to just remember," he said. "I want to return." Elise smiled sadly. "Then make the world beautiful, and come back when you're ready." Daniel laughed, and time moved forward like the changing winds. His career bloomed, his photographs of the village and of Elise were displayed across Europe. Yet, every place he went felt a little too loud, a little too far from peace. 2 years later, during the first bloom of lavender season, Elise was closing the shop when the door opened and the bell chimed softly. She looked up, and there he was. Daniel. He carried his camera in one hand, and in the other, a bouquet of lavender. "I told the flowers," he said, "to tell a story of love that never left." Elise didn't speak, she didn't need to. She walked into his arms, and the lavender field swayed around them like the pages of a book finally finding its ending. And so, in the place where love first bloomed, it returned, not as a memory, but as forever. The light between the pines. In the quiet village of Elmridge, nestled between thick pine forests and misty hills, life moved slowly. Seasons painted the town in soft colors, spring with blooming lavender fields, summer with golden sunshine, autumn with fiery leaves, and winter with silent snow. It was here that Anna Whitmore returned, after years of living in the bustling city, to care for her grandmother's old cottage after she passed away. Anna was a writer, quiet, observant, and always lost in thought. The cottage, with its creaky wooden floors and scent of rosemary, became her sanctuary. Every morning, she would brew tea, sit by the window, and write as the wind danced through the pines. One rainy afternoon, while walking through the forest trail behind her home, she stumbled upon an old wooden bench carved into a tree stump. On it sat a man, soaked but calm, reading a leather-bound book. His name was Lucas Hale, a forest ranger with a quiet voice and thoughtful eyes. They exchanged shy greetings, and Anna found herself returning the next day, curious to see if he'd be there again. He was. Their meetings became routine, always by the bench, always under the pines. Lucas told her about birds and trees, Anna read him pages from her stories. Their silences were warm, and their conversations deeper than either expected. Love didn't arrive with fireworks, it settled softly, like snow, covering everything gently but completely. As weeks turned into months, Anna realized she was writing differently. Her words were brighter, full of hope and longing. One evening, she gave Lucas a story she had written, about two souls who found each other beneath the pines, healed by silence and time. He read it in silence, then turned to her with a smile. "That's us," he whispered. She nodded, and for the first time, they kissed, gently, with the kind of tenderness only two lonely hearts could give. They spent that winter together, sharing soup, laughter, and dreams by the fireplace. When spring returned, Lucas carved their initials into the tree bench. Years passed. Anna's books became known across the country, but she never left Elmridge. She didn't need the city anymore. All the stories she would ever write were growing right there, between pine needles and soft morning light, in the gaze of a man who had once read in the rain. And every story she wrote after that began the same way. In a forest where the light filters quietly through the pines. "I found you." Whispers of the wind. In the small coastal town of Windmere, where the sea whispered secrets to the shore and the gulls cried songs of longing, there lived a girl named Elara. She was a painter, known for her ocean-colored eyes and her uncanny ability to capture emotions on canvas. Every morning, she would sit by the cliff, painting the sunrise as the wind tangled her hair. Miles away, in a bustling city far from the ocean breeze, lived a man named Aiden. He was a writer, struggling with words that once used to come so easily. After the loss of his parents, he found himself unable to write, as if grief had silenced his muse. One day, hoping to escape the noise of the city and the chaos within his heart, he packed a few clothes and drove aimlessly, until he stumbled upon Windmere. The moment Aiden stepped into the town, it was as if something inside him sighed with relief. He rented a small cottage near the cliff and began taking long walks by the sea, hoping that the rhythm of the waves might coax words out of him once more. It was on one of those walks that he saw her, Elara, painting in the golden light of dawn, her brush dancing across the canvas with quiet grace. She noticed him watching, and instead of shying away, she offered a smile. He smiled back, and that was how it began. Their conversation started small: weather, the sea, the quiet charm of Windmere. But soon, they were sharing stories, laughter, and silences that felt more comforting than words. Aiden found himself writing again, his journals filling with poetry, inspired by her laughter, her art, her presence. Elara, who had always painted the sea, found her brush drawn to something new: his eyes, his hands, the way he looked at the world. One afternoon, as the rain tapped gently on the roof of her art studio, she kissed him, and everything